Trans femmes. Boy moding. Trans mask. You know what? Good for you. Listen, I only boy mode whenever I need to keep myself safe and protected, and I just need to take it a little bit easier. But you know what? If you enjoy boy moding, good for you. I'm glad that you do. I wish that I can give you all of my boy moding time so that way you can have it and you can enjoy it more. It's like whenever I have people who are constantly saying that they don't like coffee, my usual response is, that's okay. Just means more for me. You know, good for you if you're enjoying the boy moding. Hey there, kits, and welcome in for a new trans meme video. If everything has worked out, I think this video should come out on July 4th, and I gotta say, I don't feel so American and I don't feel so proud. Never really have. So, yeah, to all of my trans Americans or fellow Americans on this day, I guess happy Fireworks Day. Yeah, so how about I make your day a little bit better with some memes? Yeah, memes? Memes. Babe, you're bisexual, right? Yeah, I'm bisexual. Why do you ask? You know, just in case and all. Clueless. What? That is 100% my wife and I. It was just like, you're bisexual, right? Yeah. Okay, that's good to know. Why? No reason. It's just good to know. So I don't know. I feel like it's one of the things of like, and this isn't to say all bisexual people, because let's be real here, being bisexual is not a monolith, right? I know some bisexual people who are homophobic in some ways, or lesbophobic, and there are some transphobic bi people. Listen, I know it sounds like an oxymoron, but let's remember that there are gay conservatives, which again sounds like an oxymoron, but they exist. Anyways, having the comfort in knowing that potentially that your partner is going to potentially love you regardless of your gender or who you are feels so comforting and safe in a lot of ways. And simply just, you know, having that safety and that comfort makes it a lot easier to come out and makes it a lot easier to feel more easy just to be yourself. So it's always a nice little happy surprise whenever stuff like that happens. How to be a man. 1, be as swift as the coursing river. 2, have all the force of a great typhoon. 3, have all the strength of a raging fire. Be mysterious as the dark side of the moon. Sorry, I had to do it that way. Hell yeah, move on! Let's go! Honestly, God, I can understand why so many trans men especially love Move On. It's just such a good movie, and honestly, some really good music, but yeah, yeah, that's just how you be a man. What else can I say? I think that summarizes it all right there. Yep. But no, seriously, like, there's no one way to be a man. Like, just be you. You get to define what being a man means. You get to define who you are and the person that you are. And men who are way more in touch with their emotions, who are strong enough to sort through those, feel them out, and figure out how they are and who they are, that's a lot of courage. And it takes a lot of strength too. So you're doing great. And quite honestly, trans men are some of the best men out there because they've had to make themselves. They've had to make themselves be men that they want to be. And that's really cool. I don't know. I just don't get the whole 3 business. Maybe it's just not my thing. Just a trans girly who doesn't use it, I guess. Is that so? Wait, Terry, what are you doing? I don't like that look you're giving me. Wait, get back! No! It's spreading! Good. The more the artist that this infects, the better. Hell yeah. Slowly but surely, I will get every trans artist to be a 3. Thank you, Terry. Mina, you're next. Searching for trans games myself. Asking my self-made brothers and sisters for recommendations. Warframe. Oh my god, I've been on such a Warframe kick for the past 5 months. months, roughly, I would say. It's been... how many hours do I have in Warframe right now as we speak at time of recording? 936 hours. Jesus. Oh my God. I've almost hit 1K hours, and it's not even been a whole year of me playing this game. Fuck. And I just got into Final Fantasy 14. I'm not going to have any personal time, am I? However, if you want a good game for me to just suggest, honestly, if you like roguelites, Hades or Hades 2, depending on how you want to play, I would strongly suggest both of those games. And if you're looking for maybe a cozier game, I would suggest Power Wash, and I've heard House Flipper is also really good. So, you know, there's some good options on there. Hey, get in the comments. Let me know. Kids, let me know in the comments. What are some really good games? What are some recommendations? I might not play them. I'm going to be so real with you. I'm kind of really obsessed with Warframe at the moment. However, there might be some other people who would be interested in the games that you all play. So, you know, do your little thing, be your little selves, be a little happy and excited to share the games that you play, and, you know, let us know in the comments. Hey guys, I'm cross-dressing again. Okay, if any of us is gonna turn out queer, it's going to be him. Poof. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. He could also still be queer, but at the same time, generally speaking, happens. You know, sometimes you're gonna, you know, if you're friends with queer people, you know, it happens sometimes. I think that just mostly comes from the fact of, like, we probably just feel way more comfortable with people who are more comfortable with themselves and are more open and honest about who they are and how they express themselves. So it wouldn't be such a surprise, especially if you're coming from like a smaller, more conservative area, to find out that more people within your friend group are queer in some fashion. I mean, I was a token gay kid. At the end, I was definitely the token trans kid, but it doesn't mean that there were not people in my class and who were my friends. Actually, no, because I do have a friend who's also non-binary. After I came out, they also came out. It's amazing. It happens. Hey, Mina, may I ask you a question about your people? Go ahead. At what point in transition do you stop having a pussy? Excuse me, what? What? I'm having the realization that I'm very happy that my in-laws are not currently here in this house as I am recording this part of the video. Thank God. Anyways, what? On one hand, the audacity of cis people sometimes. On the other hand, though, that's a pretty good question. I feel like the answer is you probably never did, but like, why? Oh my God. I just don't know what cis people anymore. Anyways, that's Hideo Kojima with Hunter Schafer. That's a man. Ugh. Yeah, Hideo is a man. What of it? What do you mean? Yeah, that is a man with Hunter Schafer. What else could you mean? I know what you mean, but I mean, oh yeah, Hideo Kojima. Well, as far as we know, Hideo Kojima is a man, but you're not wrong about him. Hunter Schafer, on the other hand, completely woman, and honestly, good for her. Good to see that she's actually branching out and meeting really cool people. So yeah, good for her. Ugh, transphobia. Gotta turn it around some way to make sure that you all don't get any satisfaction. Get out of here. Come up with something better. Jesus Christ. Like, why do you always be like, the man? Like, you say that we're the ones who care about gender so much, but you're the ones who immediately go into the comments and go, he, that's a man. You project so hard onto the trans community of who you say we are, but that's just really honestly who you are. It's gross. I don't know. Why don't you just transition yourself? I support trans people, but no! Conditional allyship isn't allyship at all. Max, if you sit here and you're going to say, I support X group, but no, you don't. You don't support said group. You only care for the ones who you deem to be favorable in general. And it's not even just like the trans community. This is the same thing for people of color. This is the same thing for indigenous people. This is the same thing for immigrants. If you can't be a supporter for all people within that group, then you can't be a supporter for the group at all. I'm sorry. Like, it's one of the things of like, whenever I hear, especially like whenever I'm talking on stream about stuff, whenever it comes to wanting change, like the number of people go, yeah, I want change. I want all this stuff, but not for these old people. And I'm just like, bam, no, listen, I don't care if they were a part of the Republican Party. If I'm going to do healthcare, I want healthcare for everybody. I'm trying to go for harm reduction. I'm trying to like make sure that those people have the ability to live. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to always agree with them, but like, you know, some of them could probably be swayed the other way if you simply just give them their bare necessities, if you give them healthcare and food and shelter, and you can promise all that stuff to them and they'll turn around. That's not to say that they all will, and I know some people are probably gonna be upset with me saying that, but just like when you start adding exceptions to your movement and to what is okay and what's not okay, to be able to say to take from any kind of welfare or social care, you're giving space and room for fascism to come back. You're giving space and room to basically like, well, everyone's okay, but these people. And you're honestly doing the exact same thing that the Republicans are currently doing with the trans community. And you're seeing how much harm that's causing. And you're also allowing for that fear to be implemented and to be caused. So should these people be held accountable? Yes, 100%. Nuremberg trials all over again. But that doesn't mean that we should cut them off from healthcare or access to food or water. Like, they still should have basic human rights. Their basic human needs should still be satisfied, but they should also be held accountable. Know the difference. Republicans. Transgender people are a threat to our ways and will ruin a generation of men and women. Trans women. Skirt goes baby! Yeah, your threat is quite literally a person who is constantly spinning around in their stress because it feels so good. I mean, just feeling the wind between your legs as you spin around, it feels so good. And it's just like, that's the threat? That's the threat. Not you all bombing kids of color on the other side of the world, bombing kids in Iran, bombing kids in Nigeria, bombing kids in the Middle East, bombing kids, taking money away from social programs that are helping various women and children out all throughout Africa, preventing any kind of help going to Ukraine to stop the illegal war that's happening, being caused by Russia, the illegal invasion into Lebanon, the constant antagonizing Iran. Like, that's not the threat. None of that's the threat. The trans girl who is clearly spinning in her skirt is the threat because she's too happy. Just hook up some cables to her. You could probably get some really good wind energy off of her. Jesus Christ. That woman could probably like make a bulb shine so bright. It would just, you could put her at the top of a lighthouse and she would illuminate the shore so people know where their ships should not be. Hello? God, but like actually do some, you want some green energy? There you go. I mean, I'm pale enough to where if you just shine a tiny little light on me, I just light up an entire room. I'm just saying. So fucking white. Me, trans mask, thinking about possibly being a femboy. Also thinking that people will call me pretty or cute, which I don't like. Or maybe even just straight up thinking I've gone back to being cis. Can we be nice to our trans mask femboys, please? Seriously, like, they are still handsome. They're still extremely dashing men. Maybe check in with the trans guys to see what adjectives that they would like to describe who they are. But like, can we just be nice to them for a second? Like, give them the space because, listen, trans femboys are valid. They're still men. They can be feminine men. That's okay. That's totally a-okay. And I love that for them. We love gender non-conforming trans people. Hi, I'm a gender non-conforming trans person. I clearly dress very masked sometimes, and actually a lot of the time, and I really lean into it because I really enjoy it. And sure, there's a little bit of feminine touch to it, but like, yeah, let gender non-conforming trans people exist, and you know, some of them don't want the adjectives that go with the gender non-conforming part. Like, some femboy trans mask people don't want to be called cute or pretty. They might still want to just be called handsome or dashing or charming. And some trans women, they might be okay with being called handsome. Some might, not all, but you're not gonna really know until you have that conversation and you just simply ask them. Sorry, I'm sure another job will take you. We don't hire your kind. So you're trans? Later. So how were the interviews, hon? You know what I recently just learned? I recently learned that companies are using this third party to grade applicants and share that information with other companies within a database. And supposedly, if you get low marks from one company, that means you get low marks for every company who uses that database. And that mark stays on your profile for a year. Yeah, I just think about how fucked up that is. Just think about the fact that even before you apply, you're already being told no. If what I have heard is true, and this is coming from somebody who is a ex-HR hiring person, and they're tracking everything, and it comes from a study done by Stanford. And lot of like the upper level HR people are kind of really pissed with this coming out because they're saying, well, that's not true. Listen, we don't know. And I'll know that's not what happens. And the problem is whenever something like this happens, because it's using an AI to go and score a person based off of their likelihood that it fits the application that's being sent in, which we already know how bad that is. AI can hallucinate pretty badly, especially generative AI. Don't get me on a whole rant about that. I will go so deep into it on how it's so ethically fucked up, not just simply for an environmental issue, but just there. I have so many things to say about it. All right, my master's degree, I will point and tap my master's degree, which is in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and computational intelligence. So don't get me started. But that's the thing is whenever you have these systems, we've already have shown people get lazy. They just immediately trust whatever they see on the screen. They don't verify the information. Like for instance, I'll go ahead and say this. I'm not shy about this. Whenever I work on my videos, I edit the videos as I always do. And whenever I get to the end, whenever I'm getting to the captions, I run DaVinci Resolve's caption generator to generate the captions, which is using an LLM to guess what it is that I'm saying to then generate the captions. And then most people right there would stop. They'd be like, good enough, throw it out. No, I take the time and I watch my entire video all the way through and edit each caption that is incorrect. And I try to catch as many as I can. I will say I do miss some. That comes mostly from me being tired. And sometimes I get sucked into my own videos as well, which is a good thing for me. That bodes well for me whenever I'm getting sucked into my own videos. However, I do the extra work to make sure that the captions are accurate so that way you all have the most accurate captions possible at the quickest pace that I can do it, which at least takes 3 times as long as the video is. So simply, I don't know how long this video is, but the last video that I did with Fern took me about 3 hours to edit all of the captions for that 1 hour video. 3 hours of work of going through, play, stop, play, stop, play, stop, play, stop, rewind, but play it again a few times. Oh, that's what I said. Oh, that's what they said. That's the thing. But nobody is doing that. As soon as they see the little red, they're like, no, get them out. So it's so frustrating. And it just, the job market right now is just so asinine, so rancid that it's so hard to actually find a job. And I mean, literally, I've been saying that like I've made my own career basically. I've had to create my own space, my own channel. I've had to work really hard on like learning how to edit, learning how to be entertaining. Like I've had to like lean back into all of my theater classes that I've taken. I've had to go and learn how to stream and how to use like StreamerBot and how to edit my videos, learn how pacing, learn color grading whenever I do IRL me. It's a lot of information. And oh my God. Long way for me to say, I feel your pain, Goober. I really honestly do. If there are infinite universes, does that mean there's a world where I was born a girl? Out of my way! If there is, I hope she's doing better than I am. I know that this is titled Protect Trans Kids, and quite frankly, in all honesty, yeah, protect trans kids. We should allow for kids to be themselves and to explore who they are. And I know in a lot of ways, some of that bullying comes from kids who are just uncomfortable with themselves and who don't understand much about themselves and are also being bullied and harassed at home. But that doesn't mean that it's okay. And a lot of this hatred, because the hatred that you face whenever you're growing up, the constant mocking for being gay, for being maybe more feminine, or the color of your skin, that all really like teaches you to hate who you are and to hate things about yourself and to then not want to be that or to want to cause yourself self-harm. And we now have this whole thing where a lot of Gen Z and Gen Alpha felt really comfortable with being able to express themselves, that a lot of them came out more as being queer. And it just shows the left-handed theory of like, you know, when there's more acceptance, yes, there's going to be this huge spike of influx of people who are now like using their left hand, but that number curves out. At some point in time, it kind of plateaus because the people who were repressing and hiding all that finally feel comfortable enough to come out and be like, no, I'm left-handed, or no, I am gay or trans, or no, I have a disability. This is just what it is. And I'm going to live my life the best way that I possibly can. And God, I hate knowing, especially when you're a person of color, that that you have to grow up and be an adult by the time that you're a child, because you will end up being the adult in the situation whenever it comes to dealing with the police, dealing with old white people. You have to be the adult, and allowing those kids to not have to do that and to finally live a life of being able to be a kid without those worries would be fantastic, just in general. Yes, fight to protect trans kids, all trans kids, and quite frankly, that extends out to being able to protect those kids of color, being able to protect kids who have disabilities, being able to protect kids who are gay. Every kid out there should be able to feel safe in who they are and to be able to express themselves as they are. Again, as the saying goes, none of us are free until we're all free, so don't forget that. I must say, this second puberty feels exactly how puberty was described to me growing up. Makes me actually wonder how boy puberty is supposed to feel like. You had boy puberty though, but like for someone who isn't allergic to it, I feel this on some level. I feel this because like, oh my God, I one time was laying on the couch next to my wife and I uttered out of my mouth, I wonder what it's like to have a rooster. And my wife just looked at me and was just like, and I looked at her and I was like, I wonder what it's like to have one when you don't hate it. let me rephrase. I kind of forgot for a second that listen. I have been so in my mind. It's just, I wonder what that's like. And it's one of the things of like, now that you've gone through puberty a second time and you kind of feel like, oh, wow, yeah, wait, actually, I do kind of like the changes that are happening to my body. I actually kind of like appreciate some of the things that are happening. Yes, some of this stuff really hurts, but honestly, it's worth it. And it kind of makes me wonder, like, how would it be if someone, like, is that the same feeling for a guy? Are they happy when they hear their voice deepening? Are they happy whenever they get their Adam's apple? Are they happy when, there's more muscles coming in on their body? Are they happy with the facial hair? Is it the same level of euphoria as I feel for whenever my boobs come in, or, my skin has gotten softer, or, my hair has been growing a certain way, and all the different smells that my body now has? Like, is it equivalent? And I would like to think so on some level. I mean, clearly we had trans men, and just seeing them being happy, and honestly, every time I see the videos, like, this is my voice 1 week on T, this is my voice 1 month on T, this is my voice 1 year on T, that always makes me happy to see. Like, it makes me so excited to see people who are extremely happy with the changes that are happening to their body, to the point that they are recording it, they're backing it. And that, I love that. That's amazing. That's really good. I think that might be the answer. Just watch trans men and see how they kind of go over time, because like we have a lot of trans men out there who record their transition as they go, and they talk about it and, discuss those things. So yeah. In many ways, transitioning feels to me like I was reborn. In many ways, my old self died and I was given new life. In many ways, it feels like a part of me has died, but it's like a part of me that I no longer care for. And a new part of me has come back out of that corpse or those ashes. Kind of, I guess you could say, like a phoenix, where you're reborn from what was once someone who people thought you were. And now you're actually yourself. And I don't know, like I feel like there is a part of you that does die, but it feels like that part that dies then becomes it's like a shell that was protecting your true self. It's finally being shut off, and the actual you is able to finally come out. So very much a cocoon, very much going from like caterpillar to cocoon to a butterfly kind of situation. Interesting thought. Rummage. Ooh, pretty. Wait, why are the buttons on different sides? Well, as long as it's euphoric. Actually, I do know this one. It's because men's button downs are specifically done in a way so that they can have another person do them. So that's why they're all on the right hand side, is because it's a lot easier to, when you're buttoning it, to have the button on the left side. So that way you can like put it in. And women's, they're expected to do it on their own. Yeah, it's misogyny. That's what it is. I never understood that whenever I was growing up. I just assumed buttons because I always button my own stuff. And so, but yeah, the reason is because misogyny. Yep, because men's is on the right because it's expected that a woman will button up his shirt for him, and women's is on the left because she's expected to do it herself. So yeah, the more you know. Was never super vocal about being trans. Do you have boobs? No? listen, it's like whenever I'm in St. Louis and I'm around my St. Louis friends and I say, hey, yeah, let's go to Panera. You know, I think it'd be really cool if we went to St. Louis Bread Co. because honestly, I really love Panera. Oh, for those of you who are not aware, in case if you're not aware, Panera was originally in St. Louis and it was called St. Louis Bread Co. So if you ever know somebody from St. Louis, and they're St. Louis people, some of them are very picky about calling it Bread Co. over calling it Panera, and they will die on the hill that it's Bread Co. So if you know somebody from St. Louis and you really just want to f with them a little bit, just drop Bread Co. once and say Panera for the rest of the conversation. And if they look at you and they go, did you just say Bread Co? You're like, huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Gaslight the fuck out of them is what I'm basically saying. In this case, like it's funny. Do you have boobs? No, I do not. I don't even know what you're talking about. I clearly have no idea what you're talking about. Just gaslight them. Gaslight gatekeep girl boss. Just do it. It's fine. Listen, they'll figure it out at some point in time. They'll figure it out. It's just, you know, oh, it's fine. Wow, these tuck kits work wonders. A few hours later and drinks. I have to piss so bad. P-bar, danger. Listen, I love my gaffs, all right? The tucking gaffs are so good. But God, oh my God. Oh, whenever I can feel a little bit of the sack coming out of the tapestry, it hurts. It hurts so bad. And then when you have to pee on top of that, oh my God, I just want to die. So is it amazing? Yes, it's very gender euphoric. However, yeah, God, it confirms why I want bottom surgery even more. I'm gonna be so real with you. I get the euphoria from the gas or from the talking unaware, and God, I hate every time that I'm reminded of my cock. Do you think transmaxers are just real trans people disguised as misogynists just so they can get an excuse to transition? Huh? Sorry, what a strange thing to ask. I hate that I know what transmaxing is. And if you don't know what it is, good for you. Honestly, good for you. I hate it so much. Basically, it's just groypers, incels. The whole thought and idea is that adult fun time is this powerful, inherent thing that gives women power over men. And so, able to have adult fun time, they dress as women and act as women to then be able to get adult fun time. And it's just this whole toxic subculture of potentially actual trans people who are just stuck in the right-wing pipeline that quite clearly are misogynistic. And it's just right-wing trans women who haven't accepted the fact that they're trans. And they're definitely those people who you see online who are like trans for Trump, trying to like gain the power of womanhood and to get adult fun time. So it's just, it's gross. It's dumb. I hate it. And yeah, it is literally just trans people who are, I wouldn't even say disguised as misogynists. Like, it's clearly people who have misogynistic views and who have misogynistic ideas, but they're trying to find an excuse to transition. That's what it is. And it's gross. And quite frankly, in all honesty, there is like, transmaxing like pushes the harmful trans medical stereotypes of what it is to transition and what it means to transition and how you should transition. And that's disgusting. There's no one way to transition. There's no correct way to transition. All of transitioning that these people are pushing specifically focuses on a white Eurocentric beauty standard that, quite frankly, honestly, is racist, as we should all know, because it doesn't account for people's skin color. It immediately assumes you have like straight hair. It assumes that you're white and you have like these sharp, narrow features. And that's, I mean, like, yeah, okay, maybe that looks good on some people, but I'm gonna be so real with you. I love the variety in how women can look, you know? And it's just like, there is no one way to be beautiful. You can be beautiful just as you are. You can define your own beauty and you can take that into your own hands and really hold on to it and be yourself. I was having a conversation with one of my viewers, and one of the things that she brought up to me was the fact that because of these Eurocentric beauty standards that a lot of people in the trans community hold, that she was using chemical relaxers to help be able to straighten her hair. And now she has burns from the relaxers, trying to chase those standards because so many people in the community try try to make it seem like that is the way that you have to go, that is the way that you pass. And that's not true. Honestly, oh my God, there have been some amazing Black women on my Instagram who have fros and mohawks, like really poofy mohawks. And they're just, I'm so sorry if I'm not calling them correctly. Feel free to correct me in the comments, but they look absolutely amazing. Oh, they just look like clouds, and it's so gorgeous. It's so pretty, and I love it. And that's beautiful. That's amazing. But that would not fit in these like white Eurocentric standards. And that's the thing, is a lot of the like internal transphobia that people hold and a lot of the hatred that people hold for their own bodies comes from those beauty standards. And as soon as you dismantle that and you figure out that you yourself can be hot, being like a muscle mommy or being a tomboy, or quite frankly, being maybe a larger person, or having like freckles and having like curlier hair or wavier hair, you honestly start to see more of the positive things about your body than the negatives. Like the negatives are still there, don't get me wrong, but they do become smaller, they fade over time, and you end up loving more things about your body than you do hating them. Like for me personally, I love how curly my hair is. I have been loving what's been happening to my body when I go to the gym, and I've been starting to focus more on certain areas of my body to kind of help shape and define them in ways that I want. Like I now have the butt that I want. I'm working on my arms. My back is starting to look really good. And all of that stuff came from me realizing that I don't have to be rail thin with straight hair and all these tiny features. For all of my trans fans out there, you're beautiful the way that you are. And yes, there are many beautiful, gorgeous things about you that you have that so many people are jealous of, okay? Learn to love those things and learn that that is what makes you beautiful and that's what makes you gorgeous. All right, everyone. And that's the end of this video. I hope you had a wonderful time watching this video, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch it. I don't know when this video comes out exactly, whether it be on July 5th or on July 4th. One of those two dates is the day that I'm shooting for. But even though Pride Month is over for us here in the United States, there are still Pride celebrations happening around the world. I know that some places celebrate Pride in July, some places celebrate it in August, and some places even celebrate it in September. So just know that even though Pride is now over here in the United States, Pride is not officially over at all. Every single day that we are existing, every single day that we are alive is Pride as well. So remember what Pride stands for and remember what it's meant. It's always been a protest, and it's always been our voices saying very loudly that we are here and we are going fucking nowhere. I hope y'all had a good Pride month. I hope for those of you who weren't able to celebrate Pride for your own safety, I hope you are able to at some point in time. And just know that you're still valid in who you are. Even if you can't show it, even if you are still in the closet or still in your egg, you're still valid. And quite frankly, in all honesty, I gotta really give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon supporters, my YouTube members, and my Twitch subscribers. Y'all are absolutely amazing and fantastic. You to help keep the lights going in this house of mine and being able to help me with being able to pay my bills and afford so much more. So thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for all the love. And even you, the viewer, who's just simply watching this video as it is, you support me way more than you think. Every view on this video and on the other videos helps it out with being pushed out into the algorithms. That way more people can watch it. And quite frankly, leaving a comment, subscribing to the channel, sharing the video, and all that fun stuff helps out a ton too. And I greatly appreciate every single last one of you who do. I try to read all the comments. Unfortunately, some do slip past me, and I'm honestly very sorry for those of you who get affected by that. And I've been a little bit better about checking my help comments, so I see a response to those comments and I go and look up to see what's going on, and I take care of the person I put in there. Thank you all so much for the support. Thank you all so much for being absolutely amazing and fantastic, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. We all know this one. All right. We're all like very into this one. This one's good. God, that tongue. That one's really good. But wait. What if? And hear me out on this. Hear me out on this. All right. You see where I'm going with this, right? You see what I'm about to do? Yeah. All right.